So today I want to talk to you about being aggressive and being able to get more sales without having that feeling of I'm coming off as salesy or I'm becoming salesy. So one of the things first I think we should really talk about before going into some of these strategies is really understanding what a salesperson is. And I think it's not your fault if you feel like you don't want to be a salesperson or you want to come off salesy, because a lot of us have grown up with the perception that salespeople are bad. You know, our parents taught us to dodge them. They taught us how to not be tricked by them. And it made us believe that maybe they're all out to fool you. And the truth is, I'm a salesperson, and I love being a salesperson. But the reason I love being a salesperson is not because I like tricking people. I love being a salesperson because I love helping people, and I know my product is good. And if you believe your product is awesome, and you really know that there's a group of people or a type of person that could really, really benefit from what your product or service does for them, then it's your obligation. You should feel excited to really get them to understand the benefits of it. Now, I think one of the things that unfortunately get in the way is we start reading or getting tips or advice on how to be a good salesperson, and we start looking at all these different tricks, such as, hey, if you stop drinking Starbucks once a day, then at the end of a month, you can totally afford our stuff. That's a really weird thing. We don't want to make people give up Starbucks. If they love Starbucks, let them have Starbucks. We're finding a way to add to their life, not replace things, especially if they already love them. So really, it's just about taking the first step and understanding that sales is not a bad thing. You just need to be able to look at your customer in the eye after you've made the sale, 3 months after you've made the sale, 12 months after you've made the sale. And if you could do that and you could smile and you can have a good conversation, then be glad to sell them. So now we had just sent you some really great tips on being aggressive. And so when we talk about being aggressive, we really don't mean getting people to do something they don't want to do or muscling them into making a decision when they don't want to make a decision right now. It's just about following up, being there at the right time, right place. Especially with fitness, timing is everything. And so you got to remember too, the person that you're talking to most likely isn't a fitness fanatic like you are, where you've already incorporated fitness in your life and it's habitual and it's routine. A lot of the leads that you may be getting or the people that may be thinking about joining your studio could have very well been sedentary for the last 3-4 months, maybe 3-4 years. And so they're so far from this being a habit. And so when they come in and do a free day with you or a free class, or maybe they took a phone call with you to learn about your gym, they still forget that that's an option for them. They go back home, they play with their kids, they make dinner, they clean up, and they go to bed, and they forget 7 days later they haven't worked out again. But if you could just give that phone call and ask them, hey, how was your last workout? Did you enjoy it? When are you coming back again? We'd love to see you again. Those little things are what make the difference. Now, if you're not truly believing it yet, it's only because your mindset fully hasn't shifted. So what I want to do is kind of change that real quick. And I want you to just imagine one thing here. Imagine there's two different companies. This is yours and this is mine. And everything's the same. We both provide equal service. We're both great, we're honest, and we have great pricing. Everything's equal, actually. The only difference is you let people come to your gym once, and then you never follow up. You have faith that they're going to somehow come back to you. And the difference between you and I is I follow up with them maybe 4, 5, 6 times before I finally say, you know what, I'm not going to call them anymore. So you have your gym that never follows up or maybe just does 1 or 2, and you have mine that does 5 or 6. At the end of the year, if we both had 1,000 leads, which one do you think would probably end up having more new members? It's pretty simple when you look at it that way, right? So what I really want you to understand is this is important to your business. Be aggressive. Understand that person wants to be a part of your gym. They're just not a part of it yet, and they need to be seeing you more often. Stay in front of them, follow up with them, get them engaged. You'll get more new members.